Don't ever let somebody tell you can't do something. You got a dream, you gotta protect it. You want something, go get it.
What's up, guys? Jay Vandy here from the For the Love podcast, episode 21. And today we got a little different of a show today. I'm usually interviewing somebody, and I'm usually the one with the podcast. But today we're going to bring on another buddy of mine who has a podcast, and we kind of forming a little bit of a podcast team here with the Sweet Heel CBD sponsorships. If you guys don't know what that is, go check it out. It's on my page as well as my buddy who I'm going to introduce in 1 minute. And if you don't know what CBD is, definitely check it out. It's a very beneficial thing for health right now. A lot of natural health benefits, aches and pains, mental well-being, physical. And he's got a variety of different products to choose from. If you don't like taking one specific way, he has another specific way you can take it, and just a lot of different ways. But check that out. I'll put the link up there. And today my guest is JRuds from JRuds World podcast. Check his show out. JRuds, what's up?
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, I'm pumped. I like the little team that's getting formed here, kind of through Vinny Beadle, making a lot of connections. Vinny's a good guy. He's definitely not afraid to reach out to people and network, which is a good thing. So he's bringing some people together, which is awesome. Shout out.
Yeah, but I heard he's a scumbag though.
I hear that as well. I've heard that at least, and I've specifically never seen it myself, but a lot of people,
Right.
even himself. But
Right.
Scumbag Vinny, go check Scumbag Vinny out.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
That's
so you're out there where, in California?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whereabouts exactly?
I'm in between the city of Modesto and Turlock. I'm in a little city called Ceres, California, out there in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, nice. So how's that
man.
different? Is that different from what most people think California is?
In a way, yeah. I mean, I live on a farm, so.
Wow. Yeah, most people don't think that.
Yeah, man. But that's not. But California's not really where I'm from, though. I was born in Chicago. I just happen to move around a lot.
Gotcha. Okay. Now, did you move out there yourself, or you're out there with family?
I'm out there with family.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, I'm in Connecticut, and I wasn't born here. I was born in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I don't know about you, but it's weird. I'm a big believer that like where you're born has a lot to do with who you are and how you feel and the energy and all that shit. So like, it's funny because like obviously Florida is very warm, and I hate the cold. So I sit here and I'm like, even though I grew up in Connecticut and shit, like I hate the cold, and I'm a big believer. Like, damn, you know what, man? Like, I feel like my blood is like warm blooded because that's where I was born.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about you. How long you been in California compared to Chicago?
Well, dude, my history, I've been moving around, man. Let me just give you the rundown, where I've been. So I was born in Chicago, all right? And then I lived there for about till I was like 1 or 2. And then I moved to Modesto. I moved to Modesto. So I've been to California twice, all right? So from Chicago, I went to California. And then from there, we moved to a little town in Tennessee called Paris. Shout out to Paris, Tennessee, home of the world's largest fish fry, mind you. So, from Paris, Tennessee. Then from Paris, Tennessee, we went to Texas. And then from Texas, we went back to Chicago. And then from Chicago, back to Tennessee. And now we're here.
Wow. And that is a lot. That is a lot.
I'm telling you, man.
Now, let me tell you this, though. Now, you doing that, obviously, throughout your childhood and this and that, when you look back at it now as an adult, what do you think? How do you think that affected you as an adult or affected your life? Positive, negative?
Moving. I mean, in a positive way, because although you have friends, whenever you become close with people and you create a bond with them, then you find out that you're moving away, then that's a negative. But just being able to travel and just like see different parts of the world is pretty cool. So
yeah, absolutely. I think it builds character too.
Exactly.
I mean? When you're able to go to different environments and see different people and different personalities. Because let's be real, I don't know about you, but when I go on vacations places, obviously you feel kind of out of place because it's not your home, it's not your environment, it's other people's environments. And then you start to see how those people act compared to people in your hometown and stuff like that. And it's different. So when you're bouncing around like that, you're kind of picking up little environmental cues here and there, and that kind of molds you into a better person, I think, at least.
Exactly. But then whenever you come back home, Jay, sometimes I gotta admit I'm a little disappointed. Be like, how come you guys can't be like everybody over there at Tennessee? Like, very
Yeah.
nice. You know, whenever we moved to Tennessee, people were so nice, man. They started bringing us cookies and brownies. Be
Really?
like, hey, man, aren't you guys the new neighbors down the street? Yeah, man. Well, we bought you some brownies. Cool, man. You
uh,
come back home. You come back home to Chicago. No one brings you brownies or cookies. I'm just like, what? I was like, you guys don't. It's like I've been gone for 2 years and you guys still don't have any manners. What's going
oh
on?
shit. Yeah, that's surprising. You know what? Because you would think the opposite. They talk about like, well, I would say Tennessee is more what mid, probably mid. That's in the middle of the country, no?
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee. So yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
they kind of categorize it as kind of like more like down southish in a way, if you think about it. So
Yeah.
in reality, like most people's perception of down south like that isn't as welcoming. You know what I mean? They look at it as more kind of back from the Civil War era.
Right.
But yeah, man. So you kind of bounced around, ended up staying there. How long you been there for now?
In California,
Yeah.
for the second, I moved was 2013. So so here, yeah, 2013. So I've been here since 2013. So a couple years now.
I think you're gonna stay there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope. I mean, until I move. I mean, I gotta get out of my parents' house, Jay.
I
I
hear
gotta
that.
get out of here.
I hear
I
that.
gotta. Do you hear it in my voice, Jay? It's like I gotta get out of here, Jay.
Listen, that's the drive, man. Listen. At least you know it. You know what you want.
Yeah, man. Of course, of
It's all
course.
about work, man. All about hard work, work ethic. And
It's
that's the
all
thing,
about
dude.
that work
I
ethic.
see people and I'm like, people come to me and I get people that, I mean, obviously you're going to get a lot of haters when you start doing things that most people either want to do or don't know how to do or whatever.
Hmm.
And then you get a lot of people that are very proud and very like enamored by it. And that's pretty cool. And I don't know about you, but that motivates me to even work harder knowing that I'm doing something that people look up to. And that's
Exactly.
kind of what podcasting makes me feel like.
Right.
Um,
Right. Forget what the haters say, man. Just keep on pushing. That's what I
absolutely.
say, man.
That's the
Just
only
keep
way.
on.
That's the only way to succeed is to really put. It's kind of like the way I looked at it was the way I live, at least, is I kind of have tunnel vision, but I don't. You know what I
Right.
mean? If you can understand it, it's like I'm locked in on my life goals and my business, but I'm also kind of still watching here and there, just so I don't get naive to what's going on in the world.
Hmm.
So, and I think if you could kind of do that, you could kind of mold a decent um, picture of a future and work ethic, and you can. It's not impossible to get there. People are so fearful.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, man.
I get people who
So,
ask me all the time about podcasting. How did you start yours?
it's a long story, man. So, I don't know if you're familiar with Godfrey, comedian
Um,
Godfrey.
yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, so I've been watching him on Vlad interviews. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? I've been watching him on Vlad interviews, and
Mm-hmm.
every now and then in the interview he'll mention his podcast. I'm like, man, it's like, cause Godfrey Fun's like, I gotta check out his podcast or what have you. And so a clip came out of him in this and doing his Steve Harvey impression. Did you see that?
Okay, yeah.
Harvey impression? And I was like, man, now I really gotta check out his podcast. And so I started checking out his podcast, and I just like the way that he was just, he's just real, man. He's raw, and at the same time, we're learning something too. Not only is he entertaining, as a comedian or what have you, he knows a lot, and so I'm learning a lot from him as well. You know what? I want to be able to do that, and
Yeah,
so that's just my.
gotcha. So that's kind of where you got your inspiration for it. And how long you been doing it for?
For about a year now.
Nice. And you're almost trying to put stuff out every day now.
Yeah. I just started. Yeah, whenever I met Vinny, he was like, "Man, you got to be putting out episodes every single day," because normally it was just me releasing an episode every Thursday morning at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And so then it was like, man, you got to be consistent with it, man. You got to upload episodes each and every single day. I was like, yeah, man, and I agree because there's a lot of stuff that happens throughout the week, man, Jay, for to be releasing episodes once a week. There's a
Right.
lot of stuff. So
Well, and the other factors is that we live in such a fast generation, so things are moving so quickly where something can happen today and tomorrow people are not even talking about it anymore. Something, they're on to the next thing.
exactly,
So, I mean, if you
exactly,
really want to kind of be relevant and have your opinions be valued, you have to put them out there as much as you possibly can, and
exactly.
not be fearful of that. And the fact that you sit there and talk about that comedian being real, I think it's so ironic in this fucking world, dude, where and it frustrates the shit out of me where people sit there and talk about being real so much or talk about wanting realness and this and that, and not many people can handle it, and not many people do it.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's what's so ironic about it. I just look at it and I'm like, damn, man, people don't know what the fuck they want in reality.
I'm telling you, man. I see it. I know people that they tell me, "Yo, Jay, I just want you to be real with me, man. Just give it to me straight." And then I give it to them straight, and then I have to hand them issues afterwards, Jay, because they be crying and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, I have a friend who
I'm telling you. But
I've been friends with this kid probably for like 20 years. And I asked him one time, I was like, dude, why, out of everybody in our lives, why did we stay friends? And why do you stay friends with me? And he says, he's like, you're the only one in my life that keeps it real with me.
mm-hmm.
And I don't think people understand how important that is because, if you really want to level up in life, you need somebody in your life that's willing to do that for you.
Exactly.
I mean, I have those. I have a lot of those. I'm grateful for that. I don't know about you, but also being able to be that person for other people is very uplifting to know that people hang on that value of your character and your belief in your realness.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. You said that you know your buddy for how 11 years?
No, we've been friends actually over 20 years.
Over 20 years. I'm sorry. Yeah, because I was thinking because I know my buddy for 11 years, man. Whenever I left Chicago, back in a long time ago, man, I had a friend, and we still keep it to this day. And I asked him, I said, "Yo, it's like, why are we still friends after all these years, man?" It's like, because you keep it real, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And every now and then, man, we just need somebody to keep it real with us because I don't know, there's just a lot of fakeness going on. You feel me?
Well, absolutely. I mean, look at it. You got friends that you'll have different types of friendships throughout life, and then once you get to a certain age, I'm 34. Once you get to a certain age, you start to really see what you can tolerate and not tolerate in life anymore with people, and what you really value. And if you're smart, you want to surround yourself with people that are going to level you up and that you can learn from and benefit off of. And for me, I've been through all different types of friendships, man. I lost a lot of friends, but I'm in a place now where I value the circle that I built around me. And that's so important if you want to be like an entrepreneur, you want to get into business, you really want to be your own person in life, you have to have a good circle around you. Everybody,
Right.
I was a big believer, dude, that I could just do everything myself alone. I don't need people. And that was probably one of my biggest mistakes in life looking back, even though I'm still young. I'm happy that I figured it out now, but we do need people. You just need the right type of people.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Have you, so you got anybody out there that you're working with doing like content and trying to connect with out in your area?
Podcasting?
Just in general. Specifically for like,
not really, man. Not deep. I mean, the connection's bad, so excuse me. I gotta walk to a better connection. I got that Metro PCS connection, Jay.
You're on that farm, bro. You should just.
I'm on that farm. I swear.
Just give you that,
man. But dude, I don't. Oh man, you're cutting in and out, Jay. This interview might end shortly.
Sorry, we can always bring it back.
Cool, man. All right.
I mean, I read you perfectly fine over here. You're pretty good on my end. You let me know the deal.
Fantastic. All right. Well, we walking. All right. Cool. Could you hear me?
Yeah, you're perfect on my end.
Fantastic. All right. So ask the question again, Jay. I got lost.
What was the question I was asking?
Oh man, we both messed up, Jay.
Hey, things happen, man. This is life. No, but so now you're out there. Oh, I was asking you if you were networking with anybody out in your area. If there is
Out
any.
in my area? No, not really, man. Not really, dude. I'm a security guard. I just I just guard Home Depot for 8 hours a day and come home to absolutely 9 other younger siblings.
Wow, big family, man.
Nah, man. But the only person who's basically helping me network and promote is Vinny.
Okay, it's good.
Yeah,
That's good.
man.
I mean,
So
it's really just I've learned that business and wanting to be your own boss in person is just really pushing hard every day. And I tell people all the time, I'm like, if you really want something hard, if you really want something bad enough in life, you have to put some type of effort into it every day. Meaning, I see some people that want something and barely put any effort in. I'm the type of person where I have a life plan. I have goals that I want out of my life, and those are on my mind all day long. So what I do is I try to get at least a little bit. I don't care. It could be the busiest day of my life. I'll try to at least put a little bit of time aside for those goals every single day.
Right.
So that's really what it's about. People need to just push hard.
I really do, man.
I've seen. So I've been watching some of your shit lately on your show. You've been talking about 6ix9ine and the snitching and all that shit going on with him.
Snitch 9, man.
You know what's gonna happen though with this dude? I'm gonna tell you right now. I said it because I'm like, look, this dude came out of jail. He's gonna make shit tons of money off of this.
I'm telling you.
Tons of money, dude.
Money.
What's your view on? Are you are you a supporter of him or a non-supporter?
Nah, man. I don't support him, man. I really don't. You know, I know. I just find it, like you said, man. He's gonna make a bunch of money, dude. But you think, you've been to jail. If you came out of jail, you won't be going back to doing all that trolling and foolish stuff. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what he's doing.
Yeah.
But he's doing it for the views and for the likes and what have you. I'm just like, you know what? Let's just sit back and see what happens because it ain't gonna end good, Jay. It ain't gonna end good. So
that is true. I mean, you think something's gonna happen to him?
I think something's gonna happen to him, man. Yeah. I really do. But he's being protected though. He's being protected. People are making sure that nothing happens to him. Did you see that video of that little white girl? He moved like right behind her or what have you.
No,
he was on the balcony just like taking. Did you see that video?
No.
He was on the balcony just like taking like selfies with like a whole bunch of money, and the little girl's like, "Oh my God, Tekashi 6ix9ine moved right behind me. Look at him, he's taking pictures on the balcony." And then from there, I heard that because that whenever the video came out, they had to move him because of like, oh man, they found him, man.
People are gonna try to come get him. Damn.
Yeah, I'm telling. I'm like,
so you think this shit's like there is somewhat legit to where people are going to come after this dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And have you heard Gooba, the song?
Yeah.
And he's proud of being a snitch, man. He's like, yeah, I'm a snitch. Yeah, he's trying to own it though. He's trying to 8 Mile it though.
Yeah.
He's trying to 8 Mile it though. You know how at the end of 8 Mile, Eminem basically tells everybody what Papa Doc has to say about him or whatever.
Yeah.
He's trying to 8 Mile it, man. And this ain't a movie, man. It's real life. So, it ain't going to work, man. It's just like, yeah, we know you snitch, but, some bad stuff might happen. Who knows, man? It ain't working for me.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get some people who kind of are on the other end of it. And so they're saying that other dude was planning to kill him, was fucking his baby mama, all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, but didn't he know that? Didn't he know that somebody was messing around with his baby mom, though?
Probably.
Did he know?
Probably.
I'm just saying that.
And he's probably, let's be real, he's probably fucking around doing everything too.
Isn't that what all the songs are about? Talking about you rapping about doing everybody, what have you?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that dude's not running around the country, the world in general, and not smashing out a ton of chicks.
Exactly. But yeah, he wants to get up there on his live and talk about loyalty. All right.
So yeah,
All right.
there's a lot of backward shit going on with that dude. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I will say this: a lot of young rappers dying lately. But one thing I don't like about it is, like, you get when I can't even say that dude's name, the Triple X dude, XXX and Tassiano or whatever his name was. People,
Mm,
you don't know that dude?
I do not.
Well, I can't even say his name, dude. The dude that got killed not too long ago down in Florida. He was the young rapper. He was a young
Oh,
rapper.
I think I saw something about it.
Maybe a
Yeah.
year or two ago. Similar to like Juice World. You know Juice World?
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, similar to them. But anyways, these people like are praising these young rappers like they're the greatest rappers to ever live.
Mhm.
It's wild to me
Mhm.
because I don't know if you see what I have back here, but I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up with like Nas. My favorite rapper of all time was DMX,
Mhm.
and these dudes now aren't even close. But then again, I sit here and I think to myself, I'm like, all right, I don't want to sound like one of these old dudes that is like, oh, everything in my day was the best. You
Right.
know what I mean? Because that's
Right.
how I feel like a lot of people are.
Mhm.
But how old are you? How old are you?
I'm 22, man. I'm
Okay.
23. I just turned 23 the other day.
Oh, happy birthday, belated.
Thank
Uh,
you, man. What'd
but
you get me, Jay? What'd you get me? You knew it was my birthday.
yeah, dude, I got you some CBD from Sweet Heel.
Okay, cool, fantastic. I'll use your promo code and I'll get 20% off of that.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But I mean, are you familiar with a lot of older, like old school rap, '90s rap?
Dude, all I listen to is like 90s rap, man. I'm into Tupac, Ice Cube. You know, Ice Cube just celebrated it was like 30 years of America's Most Wanted a couple weeks ago.
Oh wow, I didn't know
You know what I mean?
that.
So yeah, man, I like all that 90s Wu Tang. I'm into all that, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Okay.
I
So
mean,
kind of
cause you know, I can't listen to rap today. I can't. That's just
that's
my
what I was
I
getting
can't
at.
do
I
it.
was just wondering, like, from a 22-year-old's perspective, 23. Sorry, you know, especially now that I know you listen to '90s hip hop and shit. What do you think the I'd like to hear your view of why you can't listen to it or what the difference is.
The difference between not older rap and rapping now.
Yeah, from your perspective.
Well, number one is because you can understand every word what they're saying. You know, I mean, I don't know what all this humming, the mumble stuff. And no disrespect to the mumble rappers, but you know, I guess that's what everybody's into. You know, everyone gravitates. You know what they're into or what have you.
Right, right.
And but number two is that back then they were giving some street knowledge, man. They were giving cats actual knowledge. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know the message that the rap music is that they're
That's
teaching kids today. I really don't.
very true.
I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's really kind of they just throw shit together. I feel like, and to be honest, these mumble rappers should be very, very grateful that there's good producers out there today.
I'm telling you. I'm
Because
telling
if
you,
you,
because Jay, I can mumble all day, bro. I can hum and a hum and a him and a hum and a him and a hum and a hum. That's a hit right there, Jay. Why doesn't someone give me a record deal? A
yeah,
hum and a hum and a him
yeah,
and a hum and a
you just
him
need
and a
a hot
woo,
beat, bro.
huh? Oh,
Mike Will did it. Something like that.
I'm
You know.
telling you, man. But
Yeah.
I think that it's just like you're not gonna. I mean, you listen to rap today, you're not gonna listen to like 20, 30 years, later. I'm people Ice Cube, Wu Tang, Biggie, N.W.A., Dre. That's like timeless, man.
Yeah.
That's timeless.
I'm a big fan of Kanye. Kanye is always going to be like kind of, I'll say this, he's out there. Dude's like mind is, I don't know where it is to be honest, but musically, put all that shit aside and you just look at the talent from the music aspect. The dude's like, to me, is like a genius when it comes to music. I'll give him that.
Yeah, man. Do you separate people from you?
What's that you cut out?
Oh, I said, do you separate the people from the music?
Um, I kind of do that for the most part in regard, if it's like entertainment,
Yeah,
I will separate their talents from who they are as a person.
exactly,
You know,
exactly. R. Kelly is a prime example of that.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, I grew up on R. Kelly too, and in my opinion, probably the best, if not one of the best R&B artists of all time.
But what do you do to them girls though, Jay?
Exactly.
I was like, I know. I was like, the dude sings. She's got that vibe. He sings Ignition, but you know what? I mean, he had to do it, man.
Bro, he was putting the key in the wrong ignitions, my friend.
He's putting the key in the wrong ignition, man. I'm telling you. You know,
Shit.
Michael Jackson too, man. Michael Jackson, King of Pop. Yeah, man, that dude was a legend, man, superstar. You know, but what happened, Jay? What about all them kids? I'm like, well, personally, here's my opinion about Michael Jackson. I don't think he did any of that to them kids. This is my opinion.
Funny you say that. It's funny you say that because what I was gonna get on was there's theories out there that Michael Jackson didn't do any of that stuff, and that I don't know how deep you are into like conspiracies and like the Illuminati and things of that nature and stuff, but they say that Michael Jackson was a part of all these things like the Illuminati, and the Illuminati basically uses the most powerful celebrities in the world to push their agendas. And if you really think about it, what do we do as people? And this is why I started my podcast, because I was sick of everybody looking up to celebrities and celebrities' lives. And the theory of the Illuminati doing that is not really far-fetched if you think about it, because this is what we do as people. We look up to celebrities and their lifestyle and the lavish lives they live and this and that. So when they do things, we mimic it or we believe it. And if they really did want to use that as a form of control or to push agendas, they can very easily. So the belief was that Michael Jackson was a part of this cult-like group, and basically what happens is they kind of like they latch on to these people right when they know they're going to be superstars, and they promise them the world. They say, listen, we'll make sure you're going to get everything you ever wanted, and but you have to do everything they ever say. You cannot get out. And what happens a lot of times is that these people grow older, they grow mature, and they realize, I mean, because think about it, if the Illuminati's coming to these people at a young age when their mind really isn't developed yet, they're on the brink of fame, but they're not there yet. They want it so bad. Those people are so vulnerable, you know? So that's when they grab onto them and they throw that deal out, and then they, you know, if they bite, they bite, and now they're in it for life. And then when they get older and more mature, they want to get out because they realize this is not a good thing. They won't let them out. And that's why you hear things like Paul Walker was killed by the Illuminati, Kobe Bryant killed by the Illuminati, you know, all these big names and people that were trying to either get out or expose them. So there's a lot of crazy conspiracies out there and shit, but it's not really too far-fetched if you really think about it, because like I said, there's a lot of bad people out there, dude. I mean, look what's going on. I wanted to touch on the whole Minneapolis, Minnesota thing with the police out there and everything.
Can't breathe, man. Can't breathe.
Dude. And I'm going to tell you, me being a police officer, it's crazy because I came in during a time where it wasn't so divided yet. And for me to look back and see the change and see how much the people and the police are divided is so like almost heartbreaking to me. And if you're a good police officer, which I try to I hope people think I am, I try to live that way. But if you are, this doesn't really help things. But I also have to look at it from a police officer standpoint too and say, if I could really say what would be the best thing for the country in regards to this division, it would be that we all have to do better.
Right.
You can't keep putting fucking blame on each other You can't keep being negative about each other, and we have to start giving each other chances.
Right.
And society has to do better, and the police have to do better. We have to trust each other, and we have to just move forward and try to rebuild a relationship rather than keep destroying it. You hear me?
I'm sorry. What was that, Jay? You cut out, man, for like a good 2 seconds.
No worries. That's just my opinion on it, man. I think we all need to kind of really rebuild this relationship and stop destroying it even more than it already is.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what? I didn't even know. I just saw a picture, and I just read something on CNN or what have you. And I just saw a picture of an officer putting a knee to this dude's neck, man. A knee to this dude's neck. So I don't even know. Do you even know the backstory about what happened or what have you? I mean, I read something that says that the officer thought that he was resisting arrest. They got a call of somebody sitting on top of a car, but this dude was inside his car, and so they told him to get out. They said he was resisting arrest, and they just.
From what I've gathered, I haven't dug too deep into it, so that's why I'm not getting too opinionated on what I feel is right or wrong in this situation, because I haven't even seen too much about it. Just a lot of posts on social media. But apparently, from what I heard, that there was a guy in a store. Cops get called there because apparently the store owners thought that he was passing a bad check.
Mhm.
Now, being a cop myself, that could go one of many ways. I mean, it could be the store owners could be completely blowing it out of proportion. Okay, and that could do one of two things. It can make the cops think more than it really is when they get there or on their way there. And it can make the other guy more irate. So let's say the guy was in there and say the check really isn't bad. I don't know. I don't know the backstory. But now the owner of the store is accusing him of it. He's saying no. Now a sort of a breach argument starts. And now the store owner's calling the cops and like really hyping it up to the cops on the phone. This guy's going to end up getting a little more irate. Now when the cops get there, that doesn't make the cops job any easier.
Right.
Because I mean, being a cop myself for many years, I've had to try to learn not to take things too personal, because a lot of times people's emotions are very heightened before I even get there.
Right.
And, we end up being a lot of times a punching bag for other people. So you have to learn, like, okay, like I just got to do things the way I do them all the time. So, and that's where cops, I think, go wrong. But there's many situations that could really make that thing go out of rate. I don't know what the specifics are. I did see something in regards to them pulling him out of the vehicle. But I do kind of, the one things I'm a little, I'd like more answers to is this. I like to know, because they fired 4 cops literally hours after.
Yeah.
Hours after. Which I've never seen that happen. I've never seen cops get fired literally hours after an incident, because usually there's some sort of due process, even in a departmental manner, such as like an investigation, to see what really happened,
Right.
Whether that happened, I don't know, because it seems like for a few hours is very limited time. So I don't really know what happened there. I don't know if they have unions, because a lot of times police departments don't have unions in certain states, and therefore if you don't have a union, you're kind of screwed, because you have nobody to fight for you. You have to get your own attorneys. So that could be something that's going on. But I try to play devil's advocate, and here's what I don't like, and this is why I say society kind of has to do things better. I saw a post today where you have literally mobs and mobs of people that figured out where this guy lives, this cop. And they're outside his house camping out, literally not letting him leave and not letting anybody in. The guy tried to order food like 3 times, and he can't get it. So it's like, what's going to happen now? I don't, I'm a big believer that two wrongs don't make a right.
Exactly.
So I mean, society is starting to really like drain the energy out of my body a lot,
Mm-hmm.
because if you're somebody who really actually cares about hoping that this world will be better,
Mm-hmm.
and then you see people just constantly wanting to make it worse and worse and
Mm-hmm.
worse, and not doing positive things, it just starts to drain everything. Like they're literally draining the energy out of the world, and
Right.
that's that. In my opinion, that's why we're in this whole mess now. I've
Mm-hmm.
never, dude. It's crazy because you're still young. I'm 34. I'm not that much older, but I have about a decade on you. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. Lockdowns, um, a lot of political corruption coming out. Um, it's crazy. It's crazy to see how how much we really probably don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
are you big into the politics or no?
Not really, man. Politics ain't really my thing. You know, if I see something, I'll read about it and be like, this is interesting. And I'm a security guard, Jay. My job is to observe and report. So that's what I do in my podcast and so I observe
Yeah.
and I report to the world exactly what I see, man.
Well, let me ask
But
you this: do you got any crazy Home Depot stories?
dude, I don't have any crazy Home Depot stories, not yet, man, because I just started working there. But I
Okay.
do have a bunch of crazy. I do have one crazy bus station. So I used to work at the bus station over there in Modesto. All right, can I tell you the story, Jay?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's funny, man. All right, so around last year, it was just a regular Friday morning, and something happened. The ladies' restroom in there, it was flooded. It was flooded. Ladies were not able to use the restroom, so I had to post up and guard anyone from the ladies' restroom. So this old lady Jake comes in, right? She's like in like her late 50s, early 60s, or what have you. She comes in. She says, "Excuse me, sir, can I use the restroom?" I said, "No." I said, "You can't use it. It's unavailable right now. We gotta wait for city plumbing to get there." She's like, "All right, fine." She leaves. 5 minutes later, Jay, she comes back. She said, "Excuse me, sir, can I use the restroom now?" I said, "No." I said, "It hasn't gotten here yet, man." I said, "You have to wait. Be patient. They're gonna be here very soon." She's like, "All right, fine." She leaves. Jay, 5 minutes later, man, I kid you not, this lady comes back. She's testing my patience. But she
Uh,
comes back, she's like, "Sir, can I please use the restroom?" I said, "Ma'am, for the last and final time, city plumbing has to get here and fix it. It's unavailable. You can't use it." All right? She said, "Fine." She looked at me. Jay, she looked at me right there in the face. She said, "Fine, well, then I'm just going to go take a crap by the vending machine over there." And I said, "No, you ain't." And then as soon as I said that, City Plumbing got there, so I was free to go or what have you. And so I told the janitor at the time, his name was V. I said, "Yo, oh, shout out to V. He went from janitor to bus driver. He passed his driving test, so
good
shout out
job.
to you, V." So he was a janitor at the time. I said, "Yo, V." I said, "Could you watch this lady? She said that she's going to take a crap over there by the vending machine." He said, "Yeah, for sure, brother, for sure." Because I haven't made a round. I had to go make a round. I haven't made a round like a good hour or what have you. So I'm doing my rounds, Jay. I kid you not, man. I'm halfway down the transit center. Next thing you know, I hear the back V going like, "Hey, brother." Everybody's looking at me. I turn around, I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "That lady took a crap out of the vending machine." Everybody heard it, man. What the heck? And I'm like, "Oh no, dude." And so I'm walking back towards him, and the lady's walking past me, and she smirks. She's like, "I told you I'd do it." And then she just like kept on
Oh
walking.
shit! No shame.
So I get there, I'm like, "V, I'm telling you, man." I said, "V, like what happened, man? I told you to watch it. What happened?" He said, "Man," you should have seen it, man." She posted right there. She popped a squat, and then she just did it. And she was looking at me. She made eye contact with me while she was taking a by the vending machine, bro. He said, "You should have seen it." I said, "Man, V, I didn't want to see it, man. I don't want it. I had to go make a round." And so you go in there, man. It smelled so bad. I mean, he was just
uh,
sloshing the stuff around. I was like, "Oh
uh,
no, man."
uh, yeah, well,
So
she
that's a
kept it
crazy
real.
story.
She kept it real.
I didn't think she was gonna do it, Jay. I didn't think she was gonna do it. I was like, "What?" I was like, "You ain't gonna do it, man." I was like, but then I had to pull. I was like, "Yo, V." She said she's gonna do it. Make sure that she doesn't do it, man. Part of me thought that she would, because there's a bunch of homeless people around the bus station or what have you. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it was a little iffy or what have you.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, V, she says she's gonna do this. Make sure that she doesn't do it. And then she did it, and I was like, here we go,
I'll
here
tell
we
you,
go.
I'm
I
not
explained to the next officer coming in, I was like, yo, I said, yo, don't go in there. It smells pretty bad. He's like, man, yeah. He goes in there. He's like, man, he said, did you take crap in the? Oh man, a lady did, man. She squat.
Yeah, man. Listen, I don't put it
Yeah,
past
crazy.
anybody.
I'm gonna remember that story, man.
I'm not surprised at all because I've seen crazy things such as that many times and a lot more, unfortunately. But people are nuts, bro. They'll do. I don't know what's going on, especially out there in California. I hear crazy things out there. Um, is there a lot of homeless people? Is there a homeless population where you're at, a big one too, or no?
Not a big one, no. Not a big one. But there are just some. Sometimes you see them like under an overpass. They have like tents and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
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 I mean, there's not really.
yeah. That's what you hear. You hear. I mean,
Speaking of which,
God.
oh, what were you gonna say?
I was just saying that you hear. I mean, I'm out here on the East Coast, and don't get me wrong, we have a lot of homelessness out here as well. But you hear that California is just
Mhm.
swamped with it.
Mhm. Yeah, man. But I was gonna say, shout out to my friend Eric. Eric's got a lawn business. About a year ago, I was working at the bus station, and he was homeless, man. He was homeless. He was sitting there. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and he had no way to get home, man. So I gave him some money. I gave him money. He went home, and his mom contacted me. His mom contacted me saying, "Hey, you're a security guard that helped Eric. He's doing really good. He's got a daughter. He's got a place. He started his own lawn business." So, I called him today and I said, "Yo, man, I heard you were doing really good." He said, "Hey, man, you helped me through that time, man. So I really do appreciate it." So shout out to Eric. Can I also shout out some other people too, Jay?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I got friends on other podcasts too. So I want to give a big shout out to my friends Steph and D over there. They got a podcast called the Big Head and Puddin' Podcast. Big Head and Puddin'. Okay.
That's,
So D is Puddin' and Steph is Big Head. They call D Puddin' because he's black. But you know what? That's that. So Big Head and Puddin' Podcast. Make sure you guys go and check them out. Also, I want to give a shout out to my homegirl Manda Rocks. She has a podcast called Irrelevant Pleasures with Manda Rock. So make sure that you guys go and check them out.
yeah, absolutely. Good to know that you're making connections with other podcasters and kind of now are those people that are in your area or no? They're across
Oh no, they're not my area.
no.
Steph and D, they're in Kansas City, and Manda
Oh,
Rocks
nice,
is in Houston, Texas.
nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So.
Yeah, Texas is nice. Kansas City, I like to visit Kansas City too. I hear a lot of nice things out there. I think the Ozarks is out in that area of Missouri or something like that. Um, so what are your plans with this podcast? I mean, are you planning to expand it? What are your future goals?
My future goals, man. Yeah, I just want to expand it, man. I just want to expand it because the name of my podcast is the realest podcast in the world. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I always tell people, you might not like what I'm saying, but there's a message behind what I'm saying. So I'm trying. So I'm working with Vinny. I'm working with Vinny over have you. So that way I can just like get my. Right now, the main thing is just promoting my podcast and getting it to more people because right now you said you're on episode what 20 something.
21. You're 21.
20, 21, dude. I've been on. This is like 60, the 69 or what have for me. My
Yeah,
listenership is there.
it's
I'm like,
not.
what the heck is going on here? So Vinny's just helping me promote and stuff like that. So if if my if it's possible to make a living and actually like do it um full time, then
Yeah,
I'm what I mean. So
I
at
think
this
what.
point, anything is possible.
Yeah, I think what it is, man, is just believing in yourself, and I tell people all the time. This is why I love doing this because of the human connection that the podcasting brings. And I tell people, I'm like, listen, there's so many tools in this world that we don't know about that are free, and one of those big tools is human connection. It's being able to talk to people, understand people, and learn from people. And when you can do that, which what I believe podcasting really is, um, if you can make that a big part of your life and understand that that's a free tool, to utilize, you can really elevate to a different level of life. And the podcasting thing is fun. It's something that I think everybody can kind of respect in a way, and that's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to kind of bring a different view to people's outlooks, and let them understand that, like, there's a lot of people that have done big things in life and are doing big things in life that at some point in time weren't. You know what I mean? They had it tough, they had it hard, or the obstacles they had to overcome. Because, like I said, I'm sick of seeing these celebrities being put on pedestals.
Yeah.
We don't know nothing about these people.
Exactly.
So I want to bring a show where people can really learn and understand from people that are doing it while they're doing it.
Right.
And you're kind of one of those guys. You're one of those guys that is trying to build his dreams, and I respect that. And that's why Vinny and made the connection for us, because he knows that I like people like that. I like to talk to people like that. I like to communicate with people like that, and connect with people like that. So if you guys want to connect with JRud, you can do that through his social media. JRud, where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is at JRuds World 1997. And if you guys want to follow me on Facebook, and also follow the Facebook page, I just made a JRuds World podcast page, so make sure that you guys go and follow that. But my Facebook is JRud. YouTube channel, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, guys. So if you guys want to subscribe to me on YouTube, it's JRud. And I also just joined Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at JRud, and TikTok. They love me over there at TikTok, Jay. They love all the duets and stuff, I think it's an excuse. I think it's a good excuse to, talk to pretty girls or what have you. But if you guys want to follow me on TikTok, it's at JRud50. So.
Yeah, you doing some R. Kelly over there on TikTok?
Nah, man. No. I ain't doing no R. Kelly up there, man.
Oh, shit. Well, listen, man, I don't know about you, but I tend to always welcome any type of guest. So if you have anybody that you think would be good for me, shoot them my way. And if you want some guests, let me know and I'll shoot them your way. Because I think that the networking is a big aspect to success, and the more we can connect with other people, that would be great. So we'll see what happens. But man, listen, I want to keep having people like you on. So what I tend to do is tell people like that they're always welcome. And since we're kind of like a little team here with the sponsorships and the podcasting thing going on, I hope to stay in connection and see what's going on with you in the future, man. I wish big things for you.
Absolutely, man. Thank you. Same for you, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So guys, listen, For the Love podcast, episode 21, JRuds World, the realest podcast in the world. Go check it out. He's crushing me in episodes right now, thanks to Vinny Beetle. Vinny, shout out to you too, my man. Sweet Heel CBD. Me and JRud both have discount codes there for the CBD. So go to our pages, check that out. That's on there. You can get the link to the CBD, Sweet Heel CBD. If you haven't tried it, try it. It's phenomenal for the body. Everybody that knows me knows that I'm a big health and fitness guy, and this is something that I feel is very beneficial. And no, you won't pop on a drug test, people. Okay, so learn about it. JRud, man, out there on the West Coast, be safe, and I hope to see you do big things, and I hope to talk to you again, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me on, Jay. Peace out, yeah.
Take care, my man.
Don't ever let somebody tell you can't do something. You got a dream. You gotta protect it. You want something, go get it.